You know, if you walk in, you look down, like one side will always be dark and one side will be light.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you go on the other side, it's flip-flop. So it's just the light that does it.
Right.
So I was like, I wonder if this will do it the same, you know, or if it's only when you do it in oak or...
It doesn't matter though, because to me it's random.
Oh, yeah.
It's random, you know. Mm-hmm. So this is hard pine in here too.
Oh yeah.
Is that right?
Gosh, that's some of the hardest stuff. Let me find this one right here. You can see, didn't even want to go through the damn planer. It was so hard. That's why I say I don't think that planer's junk. I think we were working with it.
Yeah.
You feel that board?
Oh wow. You all see that? I'm doing a video, but I mean, you don't have to talk or say anything. But this is beautiful. This is hard pine flooring. This is over 100 years old. And look at the tight grain. Homes are built today. The pine we use today doesn't even look like that. This is a new pine, what he has in his hand here.
And this is actually old too. I mean,
it's newer than this. Yeah.
Great, 40 years old.
Right.
But now feel that.
Yeah, a lot lighter. That's right.
A lot lighter.
This is what is the size of that?
This is 5 inch.
He put 5 inch in the herringbone design that he's done in the middle of the floor here.
And actually, it was old inch flooring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this has probably been sanded 2 or 3 times already, but this is 3/4 inch, and you can see there's still that much more left. Now, we're just going to sand that off. And actually, using a thicker floor here, if there's any bit of a high spot here, you can actually sand it down more.
Wow.
They just don't give you that much flooring to sand up anymore.
Right.
Look how much was there.
Yeah, I tell you.
Compared to now they give you.
Right.
You know, that little, because the nail goes there.
Right.
Like I say, and this has already been sanded off.
And the old piece right there that's so heavy. It's so heavy, you know.
It's amazing. Yep.
So the reason why he did the medallion, what do you call this? A medallion? What do you call this?
No, this is actually a border.
This is a border that he's placed in the middle of the new great room. This is a great room in my house now. It used to be a separate living room, and where this flooring is, that used to be the bathroom with concrete. Then in the back was the dining room, and then in the back was the kitchen. So because because I'm restoring the old floors, it was like Andy was saying that it would have been hard to match the flooring in this middle piece right here, you know. And so that's when he came up with the design, the idea to do a design.
Unevenness, and we took that all out. Look at it, nice and fluffy.
It sure is. It sure is.
Yeah, we took it out.
Yeah.
This old hard pine, right? This, like I say, all this stuff is all this quarter saw grain. Like here's an old hard pine board, but see how the grain is not that wide, and it's not that heavy.
Right.
Now this is a quarter saw board, which all these are. I don't know why the whole floor is that, but now feel the difference there, and you can even see the the look and the color.
Look at the color; it's rich color. Yeah,
the grain. It's quarter sawed.
Right.
And it's tighter grain too, but if I went and cut, there you go. You can see it. See how that grain's going like that. But if you look at this, it's still not. It's not tight grain like this stuff.
Right.
But even though you don't get much quarter sawed like that.
Wow.
It's hard to explain without showing the end of this, unless it was cut. Maybe.
I just want everyone in TV land to know that everybody thought, you know, they were like, take up these floors and put brand new floors. You all are going to see how they're going to transform, and they're nothing to look at right now, but you'll see. And I got the best team in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, and he'll even go out of town too, you know, if the price is right, you know. But I'm very excited about this. So this
this old long board, Fred.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays you're lucky to get a board 6 foot long.
Oh wow. So you're gonna put that along the wall?
That's gonna go along the wall there. But yeah, I mean, back when all this, they're probably, all these were probably 15 to 16 foot long boards. You don't get trees that long.
What size is that one in your hand?
Probably 12 foot.
12 foot plank.
They say it's probably been cut. But I mean, like I say, if you go buy a new bundle of wood or a new box, well, I mean, the bundles only come 7 foot long,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not ever gonna get one longer than 7. What are not 7 or 6?
I'm just very excited about this because this border is going to be beautiful. It's going to be the focal point of the room. You know. Oh my goodness.
This is actually what all these chores are gonna look like.
Mm-hmm. And here in the middle.
This is actually a quarter saw board. And you can see how you don't have the big open, like where the front of my foot is. See how you have the open grain there?
Right.
And see how this is all
Tight. Mm-hmm.
Which, and really what it is, it's how it was cut.
Mm-hmm.
But back then they didn't cut stuff to get this. Really what it was is it was just the tree was twisted, or it was from the dead center of the tree where the rings were so tight and actually as it would have got out wider, you know, the rings would have turned.
I know your dad said that they probably came from 400 to 500-year-old pine trees, so we don't even have a concept of what that looks like today, you know. And what you're saying, it comes in the
trailer,
right? And you saying this probably came from the center of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, I mean, I think this wood's older than. I think this wood's older than this house. I don't think this was like wood that they just ordered. I think it was somebody had it laying around.
Yeah, this
I've
is
never
amazing.
seen the whole floor be quarter saw, or you know, from the center of. No one's going to go and say, "Well, give me all those boards from the center of that tree. Give me all those boards from the center." They just didn't do it back then.
Right.
People weren't into that. They said, "This is wood, and that's wood, and that's that."
Right.
Yeah. You'd like.
It goes on the floor.
Some people are lucky to have a house back then. You know, I mean anything.
So actually what I'm doing is restoring the original subflooring, because in those days this was the subfloor and they used to put a floor on top. Isn't that right, Andy?
Yeah, you can actually see over here in the corners where we want to walk here this up there. Right here is where we took the floor right off the joists, and that's all that's underneath. Nowadays, you would have a plywood. You would have a plywood as you would have your joists. Then you would have plywood, and then maybe carpet, or if the builder decided to put wood in, then wood on top.
Yeah, this was the original floor.
Right.
But I mean, they wouldn't have called it the subfloor. It was the floor.
The floor.
Right, but didn't they used to put something on top of it?
No, people would add stuff to it later on, but this was the floor.
Oh, okay, okay.
This was the floor. I mean, sometimes they just came in and painted them. Sometimes they carpeted them. You know, sometimes they put rugs in the middle of the room and only sanded around the
edge.
Yeah. It's like back then, you say dirty penny, you could.
Right.
You know, why sand the inside of the floor when you would cover it with a rug?
Right.
They would put awful paint on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Old lead paint.
Yeah.
But see, because I have this border now, I'm not going to want to put any rugs on this floor at all.
Maybe over there and over there.
Yeah, right.
So I told you, after this. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to look great with the lights. You got the lights above there like that. Oh man, that thing it's going to look good.
Yeah. So what was actually a flaw in the house, we're making it look like the house was built this way. But in reality, it wasn't, though, because in 1925 they would have never had an open floor plan like this. But this is the way we live today, you know. Yeah.
Nope, this floor would have all been laid here, and right
Yeah,
here.
you couldn't even had this because of the
Right here would have been
because of the joists. It would have never settled.
It would have been a 3 by 3 foot grate right here. Where the front was.
Oh, okay.
And then you might have had a hole over there, or maybe a hole over there, with an old cast iron vent in it that you could open up to let the heat up.
You know, back in you can tell back where I'm pointing right there was a chimney there, and that went all the way up. You know, that part where the floor is no floor back there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So there probably wasn't back there, but I can promise you up there somewhere was a hole.
Right.
Where they let the heat get up. Because, you know, we go up the stairway, but it was just easier. Old farmhouses, you see them a lot. We actually just did 2 jobs in
I took a brick out of there for us, so it's what's passing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We just did 2 jobs in Durham, Maryland, and probably about 15 miles apart. And they had the same grate in both houses. Just one was from 1919, and one was from 1878.
Oh, wow. 18. Oh, my goodness.
A lot of times they come from Littlestown, PA. There was a foundry.
Yeah, it's dirty in here.
There was a
right now.
foundry up there.
Really?
Yeah, so what are you going to do? You going to take the rest of the chimney out later? Or?